Hello everyone. So the next topic is about the enzymes. So the human body is composed of different types of cells, tissues and other complex organs. So for the efficient functioning of our body releases some chemicals to accelerate the biological processes. The biological processes can be respiration, digestion, excretion and various other metabolic activities which helps to sustain a healthy life. So hence the roles of enzymes come in. The enzymes, they are pivotal in all the living entities which govern all the biological processes. So what is the definition of enzymes? So the enzymes, they can be defined as a biological polymer that catalyzes the biochemical reactions. So the enzymes, they are built of proteins that are folded in complicated shapes and they are present throughout the body. So the majority of the enzymes, they are proteins with catalytic capabilities crucial to perform different processes. So these metabolic processes and other chemical reactions in the cell, they are carried out by a set of enzymes that are necessary to sustain the life. So the initial stage of metabolic process, it completely depends on the enzymes and it reacts with a molecule that is called a substrate. An enzyme, they convert the substrate into distinct molecules and they are called the product. So there is a substrate and a product which has been formed by the action of the enzymes. So the regulation of enzymes has been a key element in the clinical diagnosis because their role is help in maintaining the life processes. So this is what the role of enzymes are. Next is, what is the structure of enzyme? How does the enzyme look like? So the enzymes, they are a linear chain of amino acids which give rise to three-dimensional structure. So this sequence of amino acid, it specifies the structure and which in turn identifies the catalytic activity of the enzyme. Upon heating, when the heating takes place, when there is a heating, the enzyme structure denatures. So because of the heating, the enzyme structure will denature and there will be a loss in the enzymatic activity. So here it is mainly associated with the temperature. So compared to its substrate, enzymes are typically large with varying sizes ranging from about 62 amino acid residues to an average of about 2500 residues that are found in fatty acid synthase. So only a small reaction of the structure is involved in catalysis and it is situated next to the binding sites. So this is what the enzymes are. So the catalytic site and the binding site, they together constitute the enzyme's active site. So they will together constitute the enzyme active site. Now what are the classifications of these enzymes? So enzymes, they have been classified into these categories, that is oxidoreductases, hydrolases, transferases, isomerases, lysases, and ligases. So these are all the six categories or six functional classes that are based on the type of the reaction in which they are catalyzed by the enzymes. So we will be discussing all of this in detail. So the first is about the oxidoreductases. So this enzyme catalyzes the oxidation reaction. As the name suggests, oxidoreductase, so it will catalyzes the oxidation reaction and here the electrons will travel from one form of a molecule to the other. So this is the oxidoreductase. The example here is pyruvate dehydrogenase, which catalyzes the oxidation of pyruvate to acetyl coenzyme A. So this is the example of oxidoreductases. Next is hydrolases. So hydrolases is, they are hydrolytic enzymes. So the name is telling everything that hydrolases means that they are hydrolytic enzyme and they catalyzes the hydrolysis reaction by adding water to cleave the bond and hydrolyze it. So the example for this is the enzyme pepsin, which hydrolyzes peptide bonds in the protein. So this is the example of the hydrolases. Next is transferases. So transferase, they help in the transportation of a functional group among acceptors and donor molecules. The example for this is transaminase, which transfers an amino group to the other molecule. Next is isomerases. So they catalyzes the the structural shifts that is present in the molecule, and they cause the change in the shape of the molecule. So they, what they do is they change the shape of the molecule. And the example for this is phosphoglutamase. They catalyzes the conversion of glucose 1 phosphate to glucose 1,6 phosphate in glycogenolysis. Glycogenolysis is when glycogen gets converted to glucose for energy to be released quickly. So this is glycogenolysis. Next is we will be studying is the lysases. So lysases, they add water, carbon dioxide or ammonia across double bonds or eliminate these to create the double bond. So they will create a double bond either by eliminating any of the molecule, or it will create the double bond. Now the example for this is aldolases, which catalyzes the splitting of fructose 1,6 bisphosphate to glyceraldehyde 3 phosphate and dihydroxyacetone phosphate. So this is the example of lysases. Now the last is the ligase. So the ligase enzymes are known to charge the catalysis of the ligation process. Now the example for this is when DNA ligase, they catalyzes the joining of two fragments of DNA by forming a phosphodiester bond. So ligase is when they, it's just like the paste mechanism. When, so it's when there is a DNA ligase, it will join the fragments by forming a phosphodiester bond. So it will be pasting, it will be like a pasting mechanism when they are filling the gap, and they are bringing the bonds together. So this is the classification of the enzyme. Now few examples of the enzyme. So the enzymes can be used in the beverages, food products and drug reaction. So we will be studying this in detail, that what are beverages. So here we are talking about alcoholic beverages which are generated by the process of fermentation, and it will be based on many factors. So fermentation will be based on many factors, and based on the type of plant's product which is to be used and the type of enzyme applied, the fermented product varies. So there will be a fermentation end product which will vary depending on the type of many factors, here the type of plant product or the type of enzyme. So if we take the example here, grapes, honey, hoops, wheat, cassava, roots and potatoes, so depending upon the materials available, and because of these materials these drinks are formed, that is beer, wine and other drinks are produced from the plant fermentation. So this is the beverages. Next is about the food products. So the best example for fermentation is the bread, which is the finest example in our everyday life. We use the bread in everyday life. So this is an example of fermentation. So how does the batter of bread is being made? So they are made from the yeast and sugar. When they are mixed in a batter, and they are left for some time, and the bread gets puffed as a result of fermentation, because there is a yeast which is involved in it. So there is an enzyme reaction which takes place, and the formation of carbon dioxide which will just increase the puff, which will just increase the bread. Now this process gives the texture to the bread. So why this process is necessary? Because it will give the texture to the bread that would be missing in the absence of fermentation process. So without fermentation, the taste of the texture of the bread will not be as that with the fermented bread. Drug action, so enzyme action, they can be inhibited or promoted by the use of drugs, and it tends to work around the active sites of the enzyme. So this is what the drug action is. The next is the functions of the enzymes. So enzymes, they perform a number of functions in our bodies, and these include, so enzymes, they help in the signal transduction process. The most common enzyme used in the process is the protein kinase, that is protein kinase enzyme, that catalyzes the phosphorylation of protein. So that will catalyze the phosphorylation of the protein. Now, the next is, they help in the breakdown of large molecules into smaller substances that can easily be absorbed by the body. So because of this, the body can absorb these smaller substances very well. Third is, they will help in generating the energy in the body, which is in the form of ATP. So ATP synthase is the enzyme which is involved in the synthesis of the energy. So this is involved in the synthesis of the energy. Now fourth is, they are responsible for the movement of ions across the plasma membrane. So enzymes are also responsible for the movement of ions. Fifth is, they perform a number of biochemical reactions, which include the oxidation, reduction, hydrolysis, etc., to eliminate the non-nutritive substances from the body. So that helps in the biochemical reactions. And the last is sixth, they function to reorganize the internal structure of the cell to regulate the cellular activity. So this will be the last function of the enzyme. So these are all the functions of the enzymes in our body. These are some of the references. Thank you.